What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So you're probably wondering in the background what's happening. Well, we're actually on Minecraft 1.16, which actually came out today, so we're going to be dropping the first tutorial on it, which is how you can actually get X-Ray for the newest version of the game. Now at this point, most of the mods haven't been caught up or updated since it's just been released, but as always, the texture packs and the resource packs are the earliest things to actually be supported. Because of this, basically most of the XRAY texture packs were already updated back in the 1.16 snapshots, which have been released for the past few months. So they already basically support the game, and since 1.16 mainly just adds things to the Nether, you don't really need any support for the Nether either, so most of the old texture packs will probably work too. I'm going to be showing you how to install the ultimate XRAY texture pack, which I've showed you before, but for Minecraft 1.16. So let's jump into it. So first of all, we're going to go to CurseForge, which is where we usually go for all of our mods, and you'll see over here it says updated 2 days ago. So this is 2 days before it was actually released, and it's released for the 1.16 snapshot. Now the snapshots, i.e. the latest snapshots, are just before the actual real release that was dropped today. So most of these snapshots nearly have everything that the actual release does. So for the most part, this is completely supporting 1.16. You can also use it alongside Optifine, but I'm pretty sure that won't be updated just yet. We'll probably have to wait a few weeks or months, probably a few weeks for that to go to 1.16. But yeah, it basically supports it already. So we're just going to go to our files folder, or files section on the website page, and we're going to go ahead and make sure you actually scroll down to the recent files. At the top it might be the 1.16 one, but just double check on recent files. We have the 1.16 update, and we're just going to click this button to download it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put it straight into our Minecraft resource packs folder, and then we'll actually have a 1.16 X-Ray. So I'm going to go to my folders, and you can see here I'm in the .minecraft folder. Everyone knows how to go to the .minecraft folder at this point. You just click in the search bar, %, app data, and then %, and you jump into .minecraft, and then we're going to go into the resource packs folder. I have tons of different folders here because I've not reinstalled Minecraft in a long time, so I have so many folders from old mods that I've used and old config files that it's kind of cluttering my folder a little bit, all from different versions of Minecraft. But we'll go to the resource packs folder where we can drop stuff in, and you'll see I actually already have it here because I obviously tested it out before doing the tutorial. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that, and we're going to go into the downloads folder where we just downloaded it in Chrome, and we have the XRAY Ultimate .zip here. Now, since it's a resource pack, we don't have to extract it or open it, so we can just go ahead, right click, and then cut, and go back and just paste it into our Minecraft resource packs folder. And then when you've done this, it's as simple as that. We can now drop into Minecraft 1.16. And you'll see over here, we're in 1.16 on the menu system now, so we would just drop into a single player world. I have a 1.16 world here, which I've prepared earlier for myself for the video, so we're just going to drop in. Some of you may actually realize or notice this is the world which I used in the last video to talk about how to breed villagers and set up a villager breeding hub. So this is the same exact world I used for that yesterday. Okay, so now we're in the world, we can actually go ahead and test this out. So this is the exact same sand world, and obviously it's just like any other texture pack or resource pack. We'll go to the escape key, options, then resource packs, and we'll go down and you'll find the XRAY Ultimate pack here. Like I said, you want to make sure you download 1.16, but also another thing to actually note is if you have any older versions of this, like 1.15 or 1.14, you can't use multiple different versions of the same pack. So if you already have an older version of XRAY Ultimate, maybe you've already watched one of my older videos, or if you downloaded it yourself, you need to delete the old version before it will let you use the new one, because it can only show one version of the texture pack in this list. So just make sure you do that, because you might be seeing the wrong version show up if you've already installed it. So then we're just going to click the little arrow on XRAY Ultimate to put it to the selected side and press done, and then it will actually sync it with the game and load. And we've got that nice new Mojang Studios logo in the 1.16 because they've changed their name from Mojang to Mojang Studios. And here we go. XRAY is clearly working as it should do. I'm just going to change the weather to clear because this is just a little bit loud. So now we actually have XRAY enabled. Okay, now this may be a little bit different to you guys if you've only used the XRAY mod before, because the texture pack is clearly not as good as the mod. You can see everywhere underground is not bright, everything's quite dark, and we can't really see through so many things at all, which can be a bit of a problem. Okay, With the mod, you can have fullbright mode on, you can see a lot further than the eye can see. This is basically just based around the blocks which render from the player position, so without mods, you can only see a certain number of ores underground. But it's still very helpful, and it still will aid you in finding different ores like diamonds. Now obviously this is your choice if you want to use this in multiplayer. I don't personally use it in multiplayer because I feel like it does kind of ruin the fun in terms of making the process speed up way too quickly, and since there's already a lot of content in Minecraft which I haven't actually finished yet, there's no reason to really speed up the progress in my world. But I have used XRAY in the past on multiplayer on my own servers, but you'll probably get banned if you use it on other servers. The texture pack is a lot safer than the mod, but you'll see everything's working in effect now as it should be. Now, some people may complain that everything's too dark. Now, there's a few things we can actually go over to kind of fix this, but we can't completely negate this darkness and shadows. So first, I'm going to go to time set day, just to make sure we're in daytime and we can see everything. Now, when we're in normal daytime lighting, you'll see that a lot of the blocks actually have shadows over them now, because we're on nighttime before, where all of the blocks were kind of the same light level as the outside. But now you can tell everything's far brighter, so you can tell it's daytime, and all the blocks are shadowed. So the first thing you can do is go to options and then video settings, and you want to crank brightness all the way to bright. Now I've already done this, but this is something which is super important to do, because if you turn even lower, you might not have noticed the difference, I'm not sure, but it's a lot worse, trust me, especially in certain situations in the game. So you want to turn brightness all the way up, and another thing is as well, you want to get a potion of night vision. Okay, now if you're actually on a server or in survival mode and you can't spawn this like I can on creative mode, you're gonna have to brew this, so this might be a little bit problematic for you to actually get. But if we drink it, look how much better that is. Once we drink the potion of night vision, we can literally see everywhere on the map. So all of those ores which were shadowed and dark all around us, and all of those ore veins which were not showing, they're now completely visible. So a lot of people complained in some of my older videos, how can I actually see the ore because it's always dark on the resource pack version? And this is basically the only fix you can do. We've dropped into a ravine now here, so you can see just the sheer amount of ores which are actually spawning all around us, and everything's completely visible. One thing to note though, is you do have to remember that the night vision potions do have a certain duration. So let me just drink one once more, and you'll see it has around 3 minutes duration, which isn't very long, so it's kind of a shame. You're gonna have to get loads of potions to actually craft or brew before you actually go on a mining journey, especially when you're on survival mode where you want to mine for a very long time. The potions are not really going to last you long whatsoever, and first of all you're going to need a brewing stand, so by the time you actually get that ability you might have already lost the use for most of these ores which you can actually see. The only ones you might still need by then are diamond. So to make a potion of night vision you're going to need a golden carrot, a nether wart, and also a bottle of water. Now these may be a little bit tricky to obtain at the very start of the game, which is why we're trying to be realistic here and saying that it might not be obtainable from the start. So at the very beginning of using this, you're probably going to have to deal with not actually having the items to actually make this the best it can be. So you're not going to be able to have night vision. All you can do is really just turn up the brightness and just try and deal without it. So this only has 2 minutes duration left. So like I said, that's the ingredients you need to make it in a brewing stand. So what you would do is you would create a brewing stand, place it down, and you get all of those materials in these 3 different slots to actually brew that together. So that's the materials you'll need, and this is basically how to install XRAY Ultimate. So for the most part this is a completed process. Now what you could also do is you could also go ahead and download older resource packs. So another one we could download which may solve your problem a little bit more and not require the use for the night vision potion is actually downloading a slightly older pack at this point, which supports 1.15 I think, and that's the Beast X fullbright mod. Now this goes hand in hand with the Beast X XRAY. We're going to scroll up and it's the fullbright that we want because we can use this hand in hand with the current texture pack Ultimate XRAY. So it says here 1.15 to 1.60. Okay, so for the most part this is actually going to work for 1.16, mainly just because 1.16 is very similar to 1.15. And it will take you to one of those annoying adfly links which I can't really help with you skipping, which is kind of annoying. I really hate those adfly links. All of my videos I will always link them to links without adfly. And XRAY is updated in June for the 1.16 one as well, so I will make a video on how to install the Beast X XRAY one probably tomorrow or maybe in a few days as well, because that's been updated it does seem. All you would do is just click skip ad, and it should, if it doesn't send you to any more ads, which it usually might do, it'll send you straight to Mediafire. So just click that button there, and we're going to download BeastX Fullbright. Now this works as basically a resource pack on its own. It's kind of like an add-on, so we're just going to go into our downloads, and we're just going to cut and paste this into the resource packs folder, exactly like how we did it with XRAY Ultimate. And then, if we click on resource packs again in game, we should be able to find BeastX somewhere in our list. Okay, so I've taken the liberty to actually restart the whole game. Now usually the resource packs just update in real time when you install them, but for some reason I had to restart Minecraft for them to actually take into effect. So if they're not working for you when you personally install them, then you might need to relog the game since 1.16, or just in general for the resource packs list to actually show up. I had a ton of other resource packs as well, so I removed them just to make it an easier process, because I'm not sure if there's a limit on the amount of resource packs you can have. I don't think there is, but I just did that to be sure. We're going to go in resource packs, and we're going to click the arrow on the BeastX Fullbright, okay? Now I do have the XRAY mod. I'm going to show you that in another video, how to install BeastX XRAY. But the Fullbright one we downloaded, I'm going to click the arrow along here so we now have it above XRAY Ultimate. And we're going to click done. So if anyone's wondering if they have the Fullbright mod installed but the blocks don't go full bright like they should do and they're still dark, the reason for this is when you install the BeastX Fullbright mode, you actually require Optifine to be installed whilst you're using it. So you can't use the Fullbright mode on normal Minecraft vanilla, you have to have Optifine. Right now Optifine hasn't been updated to 1.16 because I'm making this on the first day of its release. But as soon as 1.16's Optifine has been released, I'm going to link that in the description below. As of the time of making this, if your Fullbright mode doesn't work, that's because Optifine is not yet out. But once you install Optifine, which should be out probably in a few weeks for 1.16, then the Fullbright resource pack should completely work. Basically it'll have the same effect as the night vision potion where all of the different ores glow and they're completely light like how blocks are on the above ground. So that's how that works. That's two different methods you can use to make all the blocks bright, and the current one you can use if that one doesn't work for you, the second option, is we can use the first choice, which is the night vision potion, which I recommend. But it's still better than nothing to use, because although it might be a little bit harder on the eye to see everything, it's still a lot better even though the blocks are dark, because you can see where the actual ore blocks are instead of having to go and sift through everything when you're mining. So that's how to install XRAY Ultimate. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and you'll be seeing more 1.16 update videos in the next few days on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.